Hey, what's going on, y'all? Get in here, please. We have got to gossip, okay? So listen. Y'all forgive me. It wasn't enough on it yesterday. I needed a little more on it. I felt like the gossip was there, but it wasn't really there. So I waited, and I'm glad I did. Well, I waited, and the gossip arrived. So we're going to talk today. We're gonna talk, okay? Things are happening. First of all, I need y'all to hit your like button, put your like number in the chat because you know our like lottery is in full effect. And for those of you who are new, when you hit the like button and the like count goes up, whatever number pops up, that's your like number. Keep it, scribble it down, because when we ask for your like number, you got 2 minutes to put it in the chat with your Cash App. Like lottery is Cash App only, but you got 2 minutes to put it in the chat. And if you got something for me, I got something for you. Okay. Now, on top of that, y'all, people are losing their cotton picking minds. They're losing their minds. Get it for me, Bianca. Y'all, my head archangel is in the chat, running it down. Y'all know we celebrate birthdays on the front porch where we gossip and talk about these other people's business. Okay. You don't know your Cash App, Cool Gamer? You don't have one? You can set one up real quick, baby. So listen. First off, let me do the housekeeping. Hit your like button, put your like number in the chat. If you see someone that is new, like Almond Brown, who just told us she is new. So guess what we get to do? Welcome to the beautiful, the stunning Almond Brown. I need you all to spam my chat with the word welcome, okay? So if you're new like Autumn, please make sure you let us know in the chat by saying this or by putting FTL for first time live so that we can welcome you personally and individually, because we are happy to have you here. As you know, this is the place where we attract all the pretty girls to the front porch to gossip, okay? Almond Brown, welcome again. Please don't let this be your last time, okay? All right, okay, girl, are you new, darling? Welcome. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. Make sure we're greeting people in the chat, because y'all know welcoming folks is not just my business. That is royal family business, and you know how we move. Okie girl is new. I need y'all to spam the chat with welcome for her as well. Okay. Now, let's keep comments on the people that we're talking about, people, places, and things that are in the news or the gossip only. No arguing in my chat. If you must curse, please misspell your curse words. All right. The ladies are ladies over here. And men, you're going to be gentlemen, at least while you're here. Okay. Now, also, super important, use your engagement button. In your chat on the bottom right-hand side, there's a circle with a heart emoji. Hit it. Send my bubbles up. It is super, super, super important. I'm sensitive about my bubbles and my likes. Okay. All right. Now, Island Rose 83 is also new. Spam the chat for Island Rose. We got a whole lot of new family in the house. I like it. Listen, take your shoes off. Get comfortable. Say anything you like. Just, like it's like, if you got a cuss, just spell it wrong and we're going to roll with it. Okay. Now, I might mess around and find a euphemism for your cuss word if I read your comment, but I want you to speak to your heart's content. Say what you're comfortable with. We want to hear it, as long as you on code. No anti-Black stuff, no anti-woman stuff, and nothing bad about children, and we good to go. It's easy, right? So listen, let me greet folks who are here, and then we got to get into this, because Drake has apparently got in his feelings. Oh, he's sensitive. He in his feelings. Yes, honey. He's over there singing, touch me in the morning. He's all in his feelings, okay? And he's crashing out. He's playing, but not saying me, myself, and I. He going through it, okay? And once again, he's going through the women, because he's scared of men. He's scared of the boys. So he once again trying to go through the girls. So we got to talk about that. He also has a chip-toothed Somalian friend from Canada who likes to shoot at children, who's making threats that he's going to take people's lives on Drake's behalf. We also got to have a little bit of a Diddy update. Nothing about baby oil and freak offs, but that situation at the southern border, we got to have a little chat, just a tiny little tiny chitter chat about that. Just a quick update to keep y'all abreast on what's happening. We got to mention what's going on with Hurricane Milton. You know, I'm a Florida girl, so we got to talk about what is happening in my home state and the potential damage and what the hell they've been doing to them people up there in North Carolina, too. Because it's embarrassing and there is proof. And RHOP got some updates. Ashley Darby gets some hoe shock. Mia Thornton is being dragged for using her child's DNA and her loose lips down below for a storyline. Not even really caring if she embarrasses her child, which is crazy. And Karen Huger was on Watch What Happens Live, dragging all them hookers. This is getting interesting. So let me greet who's here before it get too deep, and then we're gonna get into what's going on. Since these people want us to talk about them, we may as well. Okay. Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady, is just passing through and she's like number 1, sweet beloved. Hey, girl. Thank you for being number 5. Yes, we definitely praying for you, but I think y'all going to be good. Happy to be happy. We happy that you number 6. Too adorable is number 7. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Hey, Miss Thelma. Thank you for being number 9. Belicious in the house. Hey, girl. Did you hit that like button? Where's your like number? Bianca the Beautiful is here. Our head archangel is in the chat, keeping the chat safe for everybody. She says, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the porch. Hit the like button on the way in. Get your headphones and your water. If you still on them people job, pretend like you coughing or sneezing. If you got to laugh out loud, you know we get silly in here. All right, Okie Girl is here for her first live. We already hollered at her. The amazing D Crazy DS is here. She's like number 15. Hey, Miss Nisi, she's number 14. I thank you. And Janetta, thank you for being number 16, girl. Miss Lovely T is coming in at 17, and I appreciate you. I truly do. Hey, oh my days. What up, sis? Good to see you. Yes, honey, she be working hard. She works hard. That's why I love my B. Leah Aries is in the chat. Hey now, hey. Y'all hit the like button. Cool Gamer is always cool and always in the building. Y'all tell Cool Gamer happy birthday. Since he don't have a cash app, we can't show no love, but we can say happy birthday. So please do that in the chat. My Christian Key is here. Another one of our lovely archangels. Okay, she's like number 21. She in the bushes. She probably working, but y'all still say, hey to Christian. Tell Christian, hey. All right, that's my girl. All right, who else we got? I don't want to miss nobody. Oh, my days, thank you for being 26. Auntie Eva, thank you for being 24. We're glad you made it. D. Seratinas is in the house. How you doing? Thank you for being 33. I appreciate that. Island Rose, one of our lovely new ladies, is number 28. And I thank you. Almond Brown, another lovely that is brand new on the porch, is 28. I thank you. Sabra, thank you for being 30. Listen, I appreciate y'all being here. I really, really, really do. Tamika Graham, thank you for being 31. Miss Thelma, did I already holler at you? Even if I did, what's up again? Okay. So I want to make sure I got everybody. I don't want to miss nobody. Hey, Callie Dream. Andrew Mack is in the house. What up, Mac? You got a notification. Well, I'll be danged. Hell has officially froze over because y'all know how YouTube act with me. I'm always saying something they don't want me to say, so they be shadow banning me. Belicious, thank you for being 38. Okie Girl, hit the button at the same time. I thank you. All right. Your baby's in Jacksonville. She gonna be fine, girl. She gonna be fine. We just gotta claim it. She gonna be fine. Hey, Luana Dean, how you doing? Are you new? If so, welcome. If not, welcome back. All right. So listen, anybody else that comes in, listen, if I'm running my mouth and I miss somebody, don't y'all miss them. Make sure that you are greeting people as they come in. This is super important. Y'all know how I am about manners. All right. I may be a little rough, but I believe in manners. And one of my pet peeves is people with bad manners. It's not nice. Lady Bird Linda, sis, where you been? I missed you. It's so good to see you. Yes, it's been a while. Y'all, Lawana Dean is new, so you know what to do. I need y'all to spam the chat with the word welcome, honey. Welcome, Lawana. We're so glad to have you. Please come again. Don't let this be your last time. And please help yourself and say anything you like. This is the right place for it. Okay? So, let's go. Now, I had to have me a little bit of a day off yesterday. First of all, I went and got a phone, and the phone wasn't no good, so I had to send that phone back, and I'm waiting on them to send me a replacement phone. So now I'm using my backup phone, which is not bad, but it was just time to replace it. So I had that going on. I was getting my garden on, and I found a tiny, tiny frog. It was so super cute, and I was excited. So I've been, weeding, digging in my dirt, getting my sunlight, because I told y'all my vitamin D was in the tank. They told me acceptable levels, normal limits are between 40 and 50. I had 8. Okay. So I'm taking it super serious. I'm getting my sunlight. I'm taking my supplements. And then we're going to cruise back into some normalcy. Okay. So, first things first, let's go ahead and get a little bit. I'm going to give y'all my opinion on the Diddy situation. Let's get him out the way because I really don't even like saying Puff's name. And I don't even like that Diddy crap. I really don't like none of it. I don't even know a way to put it. Everything about him disturbs my it disturbs my insides, my bone marrow. I think my liver vibrates every time I hear his name, just a little bit. Shani, hi. Yes, my vitamin D was 8. High mental abilities. Happy Tuesday. You're new? All right. Welcome. Listen, I need y'all to spam the chat for high mental abilities. Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. No, this one, Mac, you listen, when you hear what I got to tell you, you're not going to want me to skip it. You're not going to want me to skip it. I can't keep my mouth shut when there's some real dirt going on and they trying to cover it up and play with us like we all got off the short bus licking windows. Y'all know good and well that I'm not going to do that. So now let me tell you what I know. Monique C. Hey, gorgeous. Thank you for being number 39. So listen, real quick, would y'all believe that the whole time they trying to distract y'all with freak offs and baby oil and who was doing the bending, that ain't even the real story? That ain't even the real story. Well, we so happy to have you. We are. Please come again. That ain't the real story. So the real gag is, and I might go on Patreon later and just break everything down, but I'm going to just give y'all the overview because it's a lot of mess. So the real gag, y'all know I mentioned before that one of Puffy's associates that used to work security went and bought all them acres of land at the southern border. If y'all remember, I said that, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 2 so I know who I'm talking to. Okay? Leah Aries talking about she called a man Doodoo Brown. Don't stop, get it, get it. Okay, so listen. That property down there at the border is a mess. It's Tish in the house. What's up? It's Tish. Hit the like button. Mac, you see, Mac, that's why you don't want me to talk about nothing, because you ain't heard what's really going on. Hey, Linda Bird. Linda Bird says she ain't heard about it either. So listen. So his friend, Fahim Muhammad, went and bought, I think they said 95 or 195 acres down at the southern border in a city called Boulevard, right? Now, this is a place where it's heavy traffic and people sneaking in the country. They're being trafficked to different places. This property is always also very, very close to a location known as Camp 177. Now, Camp 177 is one of 5 camps that illegals are told to go to and congregate there, and Border Patrol will collect them from there. Okay? Catch that part first. You need to know that part before for the rest of it to make sense. Now, this guy, Fahim Muhammad, who is a known associate of Puffy, and Fahim Muhammad actually has multiple LLCs, some of which he owns in conjunction with Puffy. Both of their names on a couple of them LLCs, okay? Now, this particular property that he bought in the name of his LLC, Dior Sunset, well, I'm going to tell you why that's a mess in a minute. But the property that he bought in the name of his LLC, Dior Sunset, is actually, he bought it from a family, the Bernie family, and all they do is own resorts and hotels and stuff, right? Like Sheratons and different stuff like that. So now apparently they sold that property to him at a deep discount that don't make no sense, because at the time that they bought it, prices were up. The housing market was up. So if anything, the price should have been inflated, not decreased, but it was deeply decreased. Okay. Well, the real gag is they sold him the property at the border And basically you allowing them to traffic people into this country. And then while you're selling the property at a discount to people who are trafficking humans, you then are getting a blank check from the government because they're using their hotels to house the illegal people that are breaking into this country. And yes, I said breaking in because they're breaking in, sucking up money and resources. Meanwhile, over there in Carolina, over there in Asheville and places like that, they offer them people $750. And we got these people who ain't never paid a dollar worth of taxes getting stamps, hotel fees paid, clothing, all type of stuff, right? So it's a racket. Now, that LLC, the reason why I know, even if Puffy name ain't on this one, he's associated with it. They named it Dior Sunset. The address of this LLC actually goes to Sunset Masonic Hall. Now, some of y'all know, some of the little spooky urban, urban legends about Masons. We really don't know that much about them. Most of us got a few in our family. Most of y'all preachers is Masons. Your provosts at your universities and everywhere else. So we don't know really what them people do, but we do know it's a secret society. Okay. So the address goes to Sunset Masonic Lodge. But Dior Sunset? What the hell would Dior have to do with the Sunset or the Masons? Well, I can tell you what it got to do with it, because one of Puffy's children, I don't remember which one of them boys, but their middle name is Dior. So I said, wait, hold the hell up. Now, when the man first bought the property, y'all remember, some of you who were here, if you weren't, you can go back and look at my old videos. I showed y'all a clip where the local news was actually talking to them or whatever, and he was claiming it was for his sons, and he gave his son 40 acres of the land, and it's so they could get out of the city. And according to the sheriff over there in Boulevard, he said, don't nobody move to Boulevard because ain't nothing going on over here but a bunch of trafficking, red rooms, grappling sessions. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, because I ain't got time for YouTube censorship. So during that time, Puffy even posted it, liked his post, and I guess reposted the fact that he bought this land. So they very much intertwined. Plus, the same guy, Fahim Muhammad, and another one of their known associates had an event in Chicago with another one of the LLCs, and Puffy's head assistant was over there at that event. I say, wait a minute, wait. Y'all, I'm mighty afraid that the big story has nothing to do with freak offs, baby oil, and who doing the bending. The real story is them trafficking them people in this country, all those unaccompanied minors. Y'all remember I did a story on that, I think last year. That's how long I've been on top of this. Unaccompanied minors. Okay, we've had immigration officials, people, not the officials, but the people, the lay people, the ones who process paperwork, who have come out as whistleblowers and said that they were told, do not validate any of the information on these children, just process them in. And we do not know where those children go. What we do know, according to Don Richards' lawsuit, y'all know the one that's suing Puffy that was in that group, Danity Kane and then Dirty Money with Kalina. Y'all know Kalina with the wide lips. Both of them was in that group, Diddy, Dirty Money. Well, she had the lawsuit, and she actually told us that he had children there. One party she listed it was women and young girls, and on another occasion in that 55-page lawsuit, she said that it was little girls and little boys. So y'all, I'm mighty afraid that they trying to pull one over on us. They think we dumb, and they think we slick, and they think they're slick. So we got to keep an eye on them. Even though those are not our children, I don't necessarily, involve myself in other people's business. But once you start bringing them over here, now it's become our business, unfortunately. If y'all want to traffic children, I'm sorry, you're going to have to go somewhere else to do it. We don't want you trafficking children in America. We don't. Not our children. And then don't, railroad other people's children through here to traffic them either. That's all I got to say. But that's the latest update on Puffy that I have. I don't have nothing new. That's it. That's all. Now, moving right along to Drake. BBL Pissy. Old Piss Yellow from Canada. Well, let me tell you about him. First of all, I don't know what y'all going to do with Ebony Prince. So, Ebony Prince 2K24 from Twitter. Y'all remember him? Well, let's just pull it up. Let's just pull up his Twitter. Y'all got time? If y'all ain't got time, put a 3. If you got time, put a 3. If you don't have time, put a 4. Because if you know, I don't mind pulling it up. I don't. Mm-mm. I don't mind pulling it up at all. Baby, Ebony Prince is dropping some stuff on us. Baby, it's some things. Oh, y'all got time. Oh, good. Listen, we gonna get to his crash out session and him using the girls in just about a minute. Baby, the mess got messy. Oh man, BBL pissed off the wrong people. Y'all take a look at this. Hold on, let me pull this up. Mm-hmm. And I want one of y'all who actually like him to ask him to stop taking pictures doing duck lips. He is not sexy red. Now I don't know how many ways y'all need to tell him that, but them taking them pictures with the duck lips and stuff, it's got to stop. I'm just saying. It has got to darn it stop. I know I've had enough if y'all haven't. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you. I done had enough. Y'all like this video? Thumbs up. Matter of fact, let me check my stuff before I pull up this screen. Cause see, ain't no point in me working for y'all. And I can't get no love. Y'all know I'm sensitive. Okay. Let's see. Okay, first of all, I don't see no bubbles. Okay, them likes could be better. The likes could be better. They're not the worst, but they could be better. And y'all know I need your engagement in order for them to get me out of this shadow ban situation. So I need you. While I do appreciate Cash Apps, Super Chat, Super Stickers, I appreciate the like button, my bubbles, and y'all sharing the video a whole lot more. Okay? So let's do that. Okay, my bubbles, they moving. Bubbles is moving. Okay, all right. Y'all do love me. Hey, Yolanda Franklin, thank you for being number 55. So listen. LaWanda, they do it to us all the time. Like, unless you just come on here, unless you come on this platform with straight buffoonery and only say what they want you to say or whatever agendas are out, unless you just echo those sentiments, you gonna live in a shadow ban. Because I live in one. Like, as soon as I get out of one, they put me in another one because I don't watch my mouth. I kind of say what I want to say. Because I ain't nobody's baby, not even my mama's. She gone. So, I stay in trouble. According to who? She's sexy to somebody. Y'all kill me with that, trying to dictate what somebody else is. She sexy. Somebody like it. She got 2 head of children. Somebody like it. Let's normalize not doing that to women. Somebody like it. In less than 30 minutes, we're going to be talking about Mia Thornton, a large Hispanic gentleman, and she got 3-4 children. Somebody like it. Okay? So let's just get in the habit of not doing that to women. That's not cool. Yolanda Franklin, thank you for being number 55. Okay? Say true. I hardly see you pop up in the suggestions. Yeah, they don't do me like that. They literally try to hide me on a regular basis. They do me so dirty. Okay. I think that was the wrong number because I don't know the area code. I hate when them numbers be calling. When it say spam likely, you know what it is, but when it don't, you just don't know. That's what I'm saying. Sexy to somebody. I think she's a pretty girl. I don't understand some of the stuff she do, but she's a pretty girl. There go Mama's Peanut. She's like number 61. Ain't her beautiful? That's Mama Tutu. So listen, we finna share this screen. Okay, since we've gotten to the Drake portion of the program, let's get into it. Okay, let me share this screen because child. Oh, this should not be so funny, but it is. Okay, let me go ahead and make this screen big because I want to make sure y'all see this. I'll make sure y'all see this real good. So now, this is what we got the latest on Drake from Ebony Prince. Now, Ebony Prince was the one who first busted Drake out when he lied. You lied. Okay? When he lied about everything. Oh, I fed him this. I sent him a picture of that. You sent nothing. This is the guy who had the actual stuff that he got from the Mark Hotel because he was working hospitality at the Mark Hotel. Well, he let us know he had some more stuff from Mr. Fitzenwell. Yes, he did. So the label here is from, I guess, from the Lost and Found. So this is a white t-shirt with a stain on it, a very visible stain. Can I make it bigger? Hold on. Wait. Maybe I can make it bigger. I don't know. Okay. Can I save it? Or maybe what I need to do is save it on another device. There we go. Maybe that makes it bigger. So there's a stain right about here on the bottom right-hand portion of this screen. Now, there was a line that Kendrick had about, spilling wine coolers on a white t-shirt. So apparently Kendrick had already seen all this stuff by the time he did 616 in LA. That's got to be one of the most incendiary songs in that entire beef. The beef that will that will live on in infamy. I don't think it's ever going away. Because there was so many Easter eggs in that song that you just can't get around. So now we got the white tee with what could be wine cooler stains, and I think at this point that's exactly what Ebony Prince is insinuating. He said what was said about wine coolers and white tees. So that's something that's there, but I don't want y'all to get just hung up on that. Nope. You say somebody was being messy, girl. I thought, listen, when I saw the stain, I thought that, I'm like, is these bodily fluids? Did somebody vomit? Like, what happened? What's going on? Hey, Lulu's little girl. Thank you for hitting the like button and your engagement button. You see it? Okay, but listen, that ain't all. It gets worse. Y'all, please hit the like button. I'm sensitive. Don't make me check, because I will. That ain't all this man put up, okay? We're going to get to everything else. Okay? But there's one. Okay, this was the label from the white t-shirt. Kind of letting you know the time frame 11/9/2022 to 12/9/2022, because they do have to wait 30 days before they can get those items from Lost and Found. And the name is on there, as you can see. Let me just blow it up so y'all can see what's on the label. Richard Fitzenwell, and we've already established in several live streams that Drake is indeed Mr. Fitzenwell, and he was in the penthouse room in 1601, because there's only 16 floors. So he was in the penthouse, of course, at the Mark Hotel, where he left this white t-shirt with a very suspicious stain on it. But that ain't all. Child, Ebony Prince be on his neck, on his pure neck. Now, this picture, y'all may have to actually go and pull it up yourselves, or maybe I can pull it up and make it bigger, because these bottles just by themselves, you like, why are you showing this man prescriptions? What, he got high blood pressure? He got the sugar? No, it ain't because he got high blood pressure or the goddamn sugar. No, baby. All 5 of them bottles, I want y'all to count them with me in the chat. I want everybody to count the 5 in the chat. Make a comment. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want y'all to count them out, because I'm going to tell you why this is very, very damning for fraudery. Okay? Let me see if I can grab this pic and maybe we can blow it up, because we need to blow it up like an air mattress. Girl, ain't nobody saying nothing about no herpes. Sabra, are you okay? Like, I'm really wanting to know if you all right, baby. Everybody else be on point with what's happening, and you come tell me something real crazy, and I don't understand. I'm going to just be real with you. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, count all 5 of them bottles. There's 5 bottles there. I'm going to go ahead and blow it up. I'm sending it over to the computer now so we can blow this up. These 5 bottles are insane. When y'all see why they're insane, you're going to be like, oh, hell no. We didn't know he was doing all that. Oh, my God. Now, the name on the labels, after what happened with the Meet the Grams cover art, remember they had to like black the screen at a certain point because they were saying it was a HIPAA violation to show people's names and addresses or whatever on the label. So it's got to be blacked out for that reason. However, we're going to pull this back up. Let me stop sharing this one and pull up this picture because we need to zoom in on these bottles. Because see, apparently, y'all friend Puffy wasn't the only one playing with them narcotics. He wasn't the only one helping people get, elevated to the stratosphere. It wasn't just him. And even if Pissy is going to sell us a story that these were all for recreational, how high did you want to be? Let me share the screen again. Hold on. We're going to zoom in. Y'all share this video, like this video, and hit my bubbles, please. Pretty please with the cherry on top. Okay. I'm about to show you, Peanut. Now look here. Let's zoom in on the bottles. Okay. Look what's on the label. Let it sink in. Look what's on the label. Oxycodone. Yes. Pain pills. Somebody's up here getting high as a giraffe's esophagus. Hell, somebody was getting high as a giraffe's medulla oblongata. Let's go to the other two on the bottom. What it say? What that say? Yeah. Wait a minute. We got a fifth one. What that say there? They tried to cover this one here with masking tape. Y'all see that? The oxycodone hydrochloride. Y'all see that? Okay. How high? So high that you could touch the sky. So sick. Let me not go there. I'm too old to be going there. But I want y'all to look at something. I want y'all to pay attention because that ain't the worst of it. No. That ain't the worst of this. I want y'all to really understand what the problem is. You ready? Now, look at the top of this in here label. And I know. Y'all probably like, Nitra, you a little too country today. I had to get comfortable because stuff is going on. Things is going on. Okay? This is what I want y'all to see. Now, you see at the top, all of these here bottles came from the same pharmacy. Now, I don't know if that's a Canadian pharmacy, New York pharmacy. I don't really know. That ain't none of my business. But he got all four of these bottles from Cornwallis, however the hell you say that, Cornwallis. Cornwallis. I don't know what it is. Y'all, are we still on the same page? Put a 2 in the chat if you keeping up with me. All four of these bottles came from the same pharmacy. The same one. But y'all want to know what's different? Oh, tell me if you want to know what's different. Because I'm ready. Y'all want to know what's different? How you got 4 different scripts of the same cotton picking confound medicine going to the same cotton picking confound pharmacy? All 4 of them, Matt. This one, we can't see the name of the pharmacy. They got masking tape over it, but we can still make out the name of the med. But let's stick with the ones we can see. You got me? Now, all these going to the same pharmacy. All of them the same meds. You want to know what's different? The doctors. Now, why did the pharmacist sit there and let him bring in scripts from 4 different doctors to get the same meds? This one here says something about, who is this? Marie B. Nazaire. This one looked like Dr. Gilbert Ross. This one down here, Neva Solomon or Neva Solomon. This one over here say Michael Tate, T-A-I-T-T. So this man got prescriptions from 4 different doctors for the same medicine, took to the same goddamn pharmacy. And last I heard, Conwalla ain't no national chain, so it ain't like you just took it to 4 different ones. Hell, do they have more than one wherever the hell you from? I ain't never even heard of these people. So he up in there to the Mark Hotel, because mind you, everything Ebony Prince got came from the Mark Hotel, the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn. Okay, if your girl start acting up, then you take her friend. Now that's what they say, in the songs when I was a little girl. That's what was said. But he was at the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn, the same Mark Hotel where Epstein has ties, the same Mark Hotel where he had Christopher Alvarez waiting outside to come to his room for all of 1 minute to be kicked out. Mm-hmm. The same Mark Hotel where they said the ladies of the evening was coming in the front door, and the lady boys of the evening was coming in the back door. That one. You at the hotel with 5 bottles, Audrey, 5 of the oxycodonic, all up in these people's place. What the hell is you doing with all this dope? And you got script from 4 different doctors. And we can't see the label on this one to know what doctor wrote that one, but I'm willing to bet that he might have a 5th doctor that wrote that one. Oh yes, child. BBL Pissy been partying. No wonder he don't mind people pissing on his legs. If I was that high, I might not mind either. Oh my. I mean, if you were ever wondering how high you got to be, if you ever wanted to know just how high you got to be to let somebody piss on you, this is an indication. Now we're gonna get back to Ebony Prince, okay? Because he got some more stuff on here that I thought was interesting. Just a little bit more. And then we're gonna move on to the rest of Drake's problems, because he got a lot happening. Let me get some of y'all comments real quick. Max say, dang, 4 doctors wrote the same prescription that was filled by the same pharmacy for 1 patient. If one of us did that, we'll go to jail, wouldn't we? If one of us did that, we'll go to jail, wouldn't we? Oh, my. Ooh, child. Listen, that's why, prescriptions have, not just prescriptions, but doctors have DEA numbers. And that's probably why he was going to multiple doctors, because one doctor writing all them scripts would have lost their license. And it looks like one of them just may have. So let's go back to what we were looking at on Ebony Prince's Twitter. Mm-hmm. Hey, Lollylop, thank you for being number 69. Peanut, if you here, text me a number for the like lottery. It's about that time. So let's share the screen again. Okay. Let's share it again. Oh, Fraudry. BBL Prissy. He posted this man right here. Now, does that name sound familiar? Does Gilbert Ross, does that sound familiar? I think so. Dr. Gilbert Ross. You know why that name sounds familiar, y'all? That name sounds familiar because that's one of the names we just read off of one of them pill bottles. Yep. Oh, yes. Dr. Gilbert Ross. So I was wondering, Ebony Prince, why in the hell is you posting this man? Well, y'all, apparently this is why. Something called Operation Avalanche. And I guess it involved, if we looking at it, it involves Dr. Gilbert Ross and some others. So apparently this is what it's about. This is from April of 2017. So this man he dirty and been dirty for a while. Millions of narcotic painkillers pumped into black market, millions fraudulently billed to Medicare, indicted on nearly 500 counts of 7 medical practitioners, former New York State Assemblyman among 13 charged. So this happened in 2017. And then when you go to WebMD and get information on Dr. Gilbert Lee Ross, internal medicine, it gives you all his information. So he's a legit doctor. But if you look up his information, this man had a whole case where they suspended his license and everything else about these fraudulent prescriptions, these fraudulent subscriptions. So, don't be surprised if y'all mess around and find out that y'all friend BBL Pissy ain't been doping up people too, because he clearly getting this dope from these doctors. And if these are 5 bottles that were left behind, you have to ask yourself how many bottles were not. Diva 2, what's up? Thank you for being number 70. You say BBL Drizzy must have some serious pain. He must. Yes. Now you say doctor on one of them scripts. He might be. He does look a little tranquil and relaxed there. He looks really relaxed, very tranquil, very peaceful. So let's just go on to some of his other nonsense, shall we? So Ebony Prince got it. We ain't got to go far for some of it. Others we might have to go and get it. But one of the things that he did recently while he was having one of his emotional fits, y'all know he's such a lady. He's such a lady. He's not very ladylike, but he's such a lady. Was posting a picture of Solange after the elevator when she popped Jay-Z upside the head. Y'all remember this picture where she was looking like she'll whoop him again. Jay-Z looking like, dang, I got hit. And Beyonce is laughing because apparently she was tickled. Okay? She was very tickled, and I understand. I myself have been tickled. I know if I'd have seen that happen, I would have been tickled. Okay. So let's see. Hold on. I want to make sure I get the right clip, because he apparently was in his feelings recently, and he took to the stage in Toronto. So this is the post that he made. Can everybody see this? I don't want to leave anything out. This was the post that he made after playing Me, Myself, and I. Poor little Drizzy. So he's posting Solange after she, went ahead and regulated. Jay-Z's looking like, dang, she got me. She told me up. And she did. And shout out to her, because that's what you're supposed to do. So let's listen to this nut job, shall we? Y'all don't mind, do you? You said you had time.
I'm going to tell you one thing about nostalgia. One thing about nostalgia this party here. My real friends are definitely in the building. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to come to a point in life where people you thought were friends or people you thought were close to you, they might switch up. They might try to move funny with you. They might stab you in the back. They might do a lot of things to you. You'll come to that realization. Wherever you're at in life, you've probably been there and you'll be there again. That's how life is. But look, sometimes it's you and you alone by yourself. Sometimes it's you alone with your thoughts.
Y'all, I gotta pause this just to draw y'all attention to, does he have an accent of any kind? I heard a little bit of Jafakin. I think I heard Wheelchair Jimmy a little bit in there. I think I heard a little bit of his mama in there. But this ain't the same dude that be on them songs acting like a gangster, though. Let's just keep going.
Sometimes, you know what? Play the song. Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you one.
So y'all heard what song he played after he's standing up there talking about people stabbing him in the back and being fake friends, and they start moving funny. Hey Marcy, thank you for being 73. And then when you finish, this man starts to play the song. But now, mind you, while he was talking, I don't know if y'all realized it. I'm gonna play it back, but when I play it back, I want y'all to pay close attention. The people in there were ignoring this boy. I know he grown, but he's a boy. Yes, Monique, see, that was Beyonce's song. So he's playing Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I, and posting pictures of Solange and Aaliyah. He's steady. Even the girl that's done left the world, she done gone on the glory if she was saved. He's still trying to go through women because he is terribly afraid of men. Apparently, if men approach him, his nuts crawl back up in him and form a tight little vaginal cuff because he keeps running at women and using women and trying to use women. Go to the man because these men are mopping you up out here. Just for the record. Just for the record. Hey, Vintage, thank you for being like number 74. Bianca, text me a number for the like lottery. Peanut must be busy because she didn't send me one. I'm going to run this back. While he's talking, like, black him out, but I want y'all to see just how much the people kept talking while he was talking. They talked right over him. I'm going to run it back. Listen.
One thing about nostalgia this party here, my real friends are definitely in the building. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to come to a point in life where people you thought.
Now look at that hand. What is this? What is this right here? You're going to come to a point in life. Why are you flipping your wrist like that? Listen, y'all see the people talking over. But this is the part that's taking me out. Y'all, respectfully, does he not understand that we remember how you spoke before you started pretending to be black? Do you think we all forgot how you normally talk? I thought you were going to get me a tuna beagle. We still remember that. We still remember hearing you practice saying the word nigga because you ain't know how to say it. Now, all of a sudden, every time you talk, y'all watch him now. Matter of fact, I'm going to mute it for you just so y'all can watch his mannerisms because I want y'all to be just as irritated as I am when somebody is cosplaying you. Because usually the people who cosplay you are the ones who hate you the most. I'm just saying. But I'm going to mute it. I want y'all to look at his mannerisms. Okay, we're going to start it from the top, from the tippy. I'm going to mute it because I know we all hate his little nasal voice. But watch this. Look at him, how he rocks side to side when he talks. Because in his mind, that's how black men look when they talk. So he rocking back and forth and stepping back and stepping up. Look how he rocking and waving his arm. Because this is his version of black manhood. He's watched black men with these mannerisms, with this type of posturing. And so this is what he's doing. Look how he put a hump in his back and everything, trying to like roll his shoulders over. Look at him. And this is who y'all let make it. Y'all let him make it. I've never bought anything from him. I swear. Look how he's wobbling his head and throwing his arm. You look at him. And then tell them to play Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I. Oh my. Just oh my. Oh freaking my. Okay? So this boy is in his feelings. He is touched. He is disturbed. He's disheveled. He's unhinged. He is spiraling. He feeling all types of ways about himself. He said his real friends is there. He's mad. J. Cole done went and made a song with A$AP Rocky and with Daylight. God darn it. And I know he's still mad with Daylight because Daylight told everybody he wrote back to back. But Daylight had also wrote a song and told you that you didn't pay all the money you were supposed to pay for back to back. And had you paid Daylight, he wouldn't have never told nobody that he wrote back to back. You got to pay your writers, Drake. Everybody ain't in your little sweatshop. You got to pay people. Hey, Poetic Lyrics. So now you mad with J. Cole. You got Rory and Mel talking about he working with the ops. He got everybody is his op. He ain't supposed to work with nobody. Who he supposed to get a song with? Sister Jenkins down to the church? Because at this point, you gonna have to move to the church ladies to find somebody who ain't distant. And speaking as one of the church ladies, you can't even come to me because I'm distant. Hell, I'm one of the ops. Okay? Now you shooting at Jay-Z, and here go the thing with this. You know what I think, y'all? I think he's taking shots at Jay-Z because he's just figuring out that Jay-Z is the one who told Kendrick to cut your head off. He's just figuring it out. Y'all know I did a whole video on that a month ago. It's still up. Find it. The thumbnail is clear. I made it clear that Jay-Z sent Kendrick to come and do this. Jay-Z called a hit. He put a hit on Drake. He told Kendrick to take that boy head off, and he did in short order. And what's bad is this dum-dum. Now, I heard he dropped out of high school because Sandra couldn't do nothing with him. But this dummy is just figuring out that Jay-Z sent for you. You tried to steal from his wife. Of course he sent that man to come take your head off. He really thought he could just steal from everybody. And if you ask me, before I get into the next video, that is further incriminating for him. Right, Vintage. Shouldn't have stolen from Beyonce, I guess. I'm just saying, I ain't finna steal nothing from her. I don't want nothing that lady got. Listen, I like your shoes. That's all I can say. But before we get into the next video, I think that it's just a matter of he's gotten so comfortable taking and getting away with stuff. He didn't realize that you cannot just steal from everybody. Like, are you slow, stupid, or dumb? Like, which one are you? We know you a window licker, but are you also a tire biter? Do you chase parked cars? What is the problem? Okay, Bianca picked the number. Y'all, she said it's like number 68. Whoever's got like number 68, you got 2 minutes, two to come to the chat. Got 2 minutes to make it to the chat, and 2 only with your Cash App. Don't put the number without the Cash App. Okay. So, Matt, where you been, baby? The Renaissance album. He tried to steal her concept because she had him help her with some songs on the album. Ended up getting rid of every song that he helped with except for Heated, because Heated was my song. I thought it was about my hot flashes. But anyway, after he knew she was putting out the dance and electronic album, the disco album, I call it disco album. They say dance electronic, whatever. He tried to drop his a few days before she dropped hers, even tried to mimic her cover art and everything. After that happened, Miss Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter then did a remix to America's Got a Problem and brought in Kendrick Lamar on the remix. This song is not even on the album, but she brought him in on the remix to basically tell Drake, and one of the lines in his verses was, one of the bars was, I hope his career got life insurance. Like, they were telling you right then, when he said he was what he said, a PG lane slider or 911 slider, however he put it, that they was finna get you up out of here. And I don't know why he thought it was a joke, but it wasn't. It wasn't a joke. They told you and they executed you, and now you at your own funeral. And I guess that's a little uncomfortable. I guess. I don't know who you could blame for that, though. Hey, Trina Taylor, thank you for being 78. Yes, he did. Yeah. When I first, to fan me off, I'm hot. I say yes. I be like that, like every day, like 3-4 times a day. Yes, I be heated. Yes, heated. That's why I like it. I don't know about nobody else. But let me tell y'all what else he got going on. So now y'all remember I told you about that little weird Somalian friend of his that just got out of jail for shooting a little boy that was going to get pizza. The chip-tooth Somalian from Canada that talked like an Irish farmer. Top 5, or as the people are now calling him, top lies. Well, baby, he ain't through talking. And I believe he might be the one hurry up and get Drake arrested, because he can't shut up to save his life. Y'all got to see this. Hey, Shannon Campbell, since we here, since we're here, Ebony Prince had it, so I ain't got to look far for it since he got it. Let's go and pull it up. I want y'all to hear this. These are the type of friends that he keeping. And
LA. I was in LA for first degree. I was on.
Hold on. Now, just to give y'all some context, this is the guy that Drake paid all his legal fees after he murdered a young kid going to get pizza. Okay.
LA for first degree. I was on the run for first degree murder. Anyways, would you go to LA? I was in LA for first degree. I was on the run for first degree murder in LA. Are you not scared? Scared of what? Kendrick? Got money. Kendrick and his people? Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, you're scared of Kendrick?
Tell him come to Toronto. Swiss cheese. What happened if he comes to Toronto? I'll get the low, put on my Nike Tech black. Tell YG get us a driver. Put the window down, it is what it is. Get some fresh air.
Where's Drive-By King?
Drive-By King. Yo, where's Drive-By King? Drive-By King's right there. We can't even do Kendrick Lamar on feet.
We gotta make Drive-By King. Baby K, Drive-By King.
I'm called you. We're going to try to Drive-By King with the Drake.
I talk about Kendrick Lamar. How disrespectful are you asking me about a
I'm just asking you.
That Crips walk. Crazy.
So do you think that Kendrick won the rap thing?
No. Drake's a bad boy.
But his song's more viral though.
There's a girl right there. You want a girl Gigi to get you? Don't disrespect my homie Drake like that. No. Okay. You can't.
I like Drake. What the heck? Anyways, would you go to LA?
So he's up here threatening this lady. There's another clip. Let me see if I can find that one. There's another clip of him actually saying he was going SHOOT J3. Hit a J3. So I'm like, oh, so now we're on air talking about popping folks? Like, this is what we're doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing it? That's why I say he's going to be the one. He's going to be the one to end up getting Drake arrested because he's talking. He's talking. He's the one running his mouth. Dang, where's that other clip? I know who got it. I know who got it. Hold on. Because I want y'all to hear this one. This one is so damning. I'm like, you want to go to jail so bad. Sapper, he's not in America. You heard him say, come to Toronto. Nobody wants to come to Toronto. Y'all don't have that. That's why you keep coming down here. Who the hell wants to go to Toronto? We don't care about Toronto. But listen, shout out to Chilling with Moni, because I know Moni got it. I know she got it. Hold on. And y'all got to support all your Black content creators that are keeping up with everything that's happening and making sure y'all keep up with everything that's happening. Because we out here, we be working for y'all. We be working. People like Moni really be working. She be on here day, night, day. Y'all support that sister, okay? For real. For real, for real. Hold on. But yeah, right now, it's looking like, to me, this is just my opinion. It looks like Drake trying to distance himself from top 5, but I think it's a little too late. You already like involved yourself with this cat paying off his legal fees, and he's saying that he's telling people that he's your shooter. So when he started talking about shooting people that's associated with Kendrick Lamar, me, the DA, and everybody else is going to naturally assume, excuse me, y'all. Me, the DA, and everybody else is going to naturally assume that it's at your behest. Like nobody's going to think that he's doing it because he's a good Christian. That nobody's going to think that, Drake. Just so you know, nobody's going to think that. Which I don't think he's going to do nothing, no way. Okay, got it. Let me cue it up so y'all can hear the audio because I'm not finna try to pull it up. By now, y'all know his little weird voice. Hold on.
Raised in Patterson, New Jersey. I live in Georgia now, but I feel like I've been in LA. I was said on the phone, and top 5 would be. I feel like I've been in LA. I think I got good from it. That's why I just bring a couple ski masks. You know, I've been watching the videos to make sure you know who's who. You know what's so crazy? We went you up from 3 a.m. 7 a.m. Pause and we play like we did our homework. Holy shit. I feel like I've been in LA. So he made.
Okay, so she caught what I caught, which was him saying that they did their homework because in the last video that we had of him when he was on live with Aiden Ross in Acatitty, okay, old Sweaty Titty Academics, he said that him and Drake was gonna get together and do their homework because they wanted to learn and identify everybody who was at the pop out and everybody who was in the video. And I'm like, identifying for what? What you gonna do? Mr. Chip Tooth Somalian from Canada. What are you going to do? Okay. So listen.
Holy shit. I feel like I've been in LA. Oh shit, we're lurking. So what's that next LA?
He say he lurking. Listen.
guy that said he wants a fade. Yeah, well, J3. I'm gonna give him a fade. But I'm gonna done him. I'm gonna done him. I'm gonna tell him, yo, let's do the fade. And when he comes through, I'm gonna do it my word. I'm gonna done him.
He said, I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna give him a fade, and when he come to do the fade, I'm gonna done him. Y'all, if y'all been around West Indians, and I don't know, please tell me since when Somalians is using patois slang? Since when? Since when? And please miss me with the, it's a lot of Jamaicans in Toronto. It's a lot of Jamaicans in Florida too, and we don't talk like that. So it's just giving weird. Drake basically got a bunch of weirdo fans, weirdo friends, because he's a weirdo. Why would you just naturally pick up somebody's, accent because you hang around them? How come now? How come? Who does that? But he said done him, meaning killing. So he said, I'm going to tell him I want to fade or I want to fight. And then when he show up, I'm a boom, I'm a done him. So he's on the interwebs where everybody can see him. Only to say that he's going to commit a murder. He said he going to invite the man to fight and pop him. So Drake trying to distance himself. But like I said, I fear it is too little, too late. Okay, so Drake, don't drop the soap or do, if that's your thing. I'm not judging you. If you want to drop that soap in there, I'm not going to judge you. So if you get in there, Drake, and you want to drop the soap, have at it. I believe your booty hole whistle anyway. I believe you whistle while you twerk. I believe you do. So moving right along off of BBL Pissy, but I had to give y'all that update. He is sensitive. He's in his feelings, okay? In the words of Vivian Green, he's on an emotional roller coaster. He's all over the place. I didn't know that man got beat this bad. I'm with Charlamagne. Like, I knew it was bad. I knew you were, dunsies, but I didn't know that you got beat this bad. This is bad. And your friend gonna get you locked up. But that ain't none of my business. Moving right along. Wait a minute. Max say Drizzy didn't get that BBL not to drop the soap. You know what? That's why I said I'm not gonna judge you. If you want to drop that soap in there, I'm not gonna judge you. Drop it, baby. Ain't that what you told Kendrick? Drop. Is that why you said that? Oh, you nasty, Drake. You nasty. So listen, on to RHOP, Real Housewives of Potomac. So apparently, y'all, this just real quick on the closeout. RHOP might be heating up. It's getting interesting. I think we taking it back to the basics so we can learn some new people, and it's getting out of control. So apparently, the new lady, Stacey Roush, had a talk with Ashley Darby, and apparently, y'all, Ashley Darby, Ashley Darby, good old Ashley. She got some hoe shock, y'all. She got a little hoe shock. So she's talking to Stacey Roush, and I'm gonna let y'all listen because y'all know we can't play no clips from Bravo. Y'all know Bravo TV will take my whole channel down, and I ain't got time. But I want y'all to hear this clip between Ashley Darby and the new lady, Miss Stacey Roush, the one from QVC who moved from Philly back to the DMV. Listen up.
So, for a year, yes. Are you dating now? I'm just going to be completely vulnerable. Okay. I love someone. Okay. But he is a devout Christian. Okay. So we are not intimate at all. How long has it been? Well, we've been seeing each other for a couple of months, and it's fine. Oh, okay. If you had said like almost a year, I would. Why? Stacey girl, I would have been like, you okay? Would it be weird if it was a year? Because he doesn't want to have sex until we're married. Do you want to marry this man? Well, I think we're on that journey. So TJ and I met at his audition to become a host at QVC. It was this genuine friendship. And then after about 6 months, we just both couldn't deny that we wanted to be a part of one another's lives. So y'all have heavy petting and stuff? Just not. Well, we can't. It's too tempting. Stacey, you haven't had any new dick in 17 years, and you are not seizing the opportunity to ride on a new pogo stick, ma'am. I'll tell y'all one thing. Couldn't be me. Okay, so what do you do? We go to church. Okay. We work out a lot. Yes, I'm sure. We work out a lot.
So y'all heard Ashley, honey. Ashley had a little whole shock because she said, you've been with one man 17 years. She said there's no way that she could have kept her legs closed. No shock there, Ashley. You know you always gave Barfly girl. Real trashy, real vulgar, real raunchy. Absolutely. Now, the problem with this is, I think that Stacey Roush is going to be a refreshing addition to the show. I like good Christian girls. I like clean girls. I think it's great. Anybody who wants to sling it to the four winds, you have my support and my love. But I love a good clean girl. And I like that she countered what Ashley said with, is it a problem if we wait a year? And did y'all hear her actually question that sister and say, do you want to marry that man? If she doesn't want to marry him, why would that be the green light to go hurry up and screw him? So if you're not sure you want to marry him, hurry up and screw him. Ashley, that sounds stupid. That sounds like how you got caught with Montgomery Burns, dear. Other girls with brains are like, I'm not sure I want to marry him. Why am I going to run and jump into bed and end up with a baby? Now you're tied to this person that you don't really like that, and you're not even sure about this person. So Ashley showing her true Barfly trailer park colors in this one. Okay, that's right, Andrew Mack. Shout out to the good Christian girls. Listen, if you clean, you Christian girl, don't be shamed, don't be embarrassed. It don't matter who is out here popping it, rolling it, left cheek, right cheek, throwing it in a circle. If you're not doing that, be loud and proud. Don't bite your tongue. Okay, that's just what it is. Okie Girl says values these days, where they go? Out the window. Out the window. Vintage say, my husband said that if I had given it up early, he wouldn't have married me. It's good to wait. Well, that's good. That's nice. That's why I say more girls that are clean, talk up. I know it's popular to be loose, but if you're not loose, don't be shamed. The hoes ain't shamed. You don't have to be either. But there's another clip that I want y'all to get a whiff of. Just one more. So Wendy and Giselle went and sat down, but y'all, I'ma just be honest. It don't sound to me, I'm not judging anybody, but I just want y'all to hear for yourselves. It does not sound to me like Wendy is really all the way open to making up with Giselle. I'm not blaming her. Please understand that. I am not blaming Wendy at all. I'm simply saying that it does not sound like Wendy is really on board with making up with Giselle. It doesn't. It sounds like she there because they told her you got to make an attempt to mend fences. But it don't sound like she, I'm going to let y'all listen because it don't sound like she into it.
Oh, okie dokie. Okay. Good afternoon to you. Hold on one second. Can I smell gas? I don't smell gas. Don't smell gas? Not gas like car gas, but gas like fart gas. Like
send up my bubbles.
Don't smell like that to you? No. Okay. I see feathers. Yes, okay. I came with feathers. Does this mean we're flying away? It means we are coming with open arms. Oh, okay. Ciao. Hell has frozen over because Giselle has invited me to this lunch. The same Giselle that told me not to touch her. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, I just want to say hi. Yeah, no touching. Okay. That Giselle has invited me to lunch. I'm gonna see what you coming with, Giselle. Let's order some food first. Thank you for lunch. But as I am inching closer towards 40, I am open to see where this conversation goes.
Hello, welcome in. What can I get you guys started with?
I would like a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke?
Do you have I don't want to do a soda, don't want to do alcohol? High base should be fruity and sweet. Let's do that. Perfect. Thank you so much. I got you. What kind of oysters do you guys have? We have oysters from 2 different places, one from Maine and we have one from local. Dozen of those. What about the trout crab? It's actually very good. All right, I'll do it. Okay, let's do the branzino. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, Wendy. Yes. I'm not coming to this conversation with any isms, any nothing. I feel like whatever you feel, I want to listen to, and hopefully it'll be reciprocated. Okay. But when I think about us, I have felt like when you're fine, you're fine. When you're angry, it's like I'm coming at you very condescending, and that has always just been like nothing that I like.
So y'all see what it's like, the way Giselle is going with it, you can kind of see why Wendy really wasn't open to this. Because what the hell? Wendy tried to talk to you the very next season, ma'am. She was all right with you the very next season. You just couldn't get over the fact that she told you off and drug you through the mud about your raggedy house and told you that, ask you if you really thought she was hating on all this. Okay, that's what she still ain't been able to get over. So she's putting it at, Wendy, you're just so aggressive. She's still with the Wendy, you're aggressive trope. When you're upset, it's condescending, and that's nothing that I like. Girl, you still ain't addressed nothing that you've done. Giselle essentially invited Wendy out to lunch so that Wendy can tell her, I'm not gonna check you when you full of crap no more. And why would Wendy tell you that? So I said, okay, we might have action this season. And did y'all hear her say, I'm not coming with any isms? So are you admitting that you came with all the isms before? I'm only asking. Meanwhile, Mia Thornton is being drugged all through the Twitter streets. Y'all can call it X, whatever. About using her baby, not having no daddy, or having multiple daddies, or multiple men that could be the daddy, or she don't know who his daddy is, little Jeremiah, as a storyline. They are dragging her for filth. I don't know what she gonna do. I don't know how she gonna make it, but it don't look good. And y'all do recall she ran to the bathroom crying, and she meant that. She really meant the crying, the tears of it all. She did. Meanwhile, Karen Huger was giving them hell on the red carpet. Not on the red carpet, but on Watch What Happens Live. That was almost embarrassing, honey. Karen told them girls, like, she said basically Ashley need to worry about her own relationship with alcohol, which was hilarious. And she also went on to say about Tacky Jackie, Mia's friend, she's like, I wouldn't call a friend of. So there it go. Yep, colorism, featureism, texturism, all of those things. All of them. Belicious said, I don't blame her for being apprehensive. Me either. I don't blame her. But you could just kind of tell. I was just saying, like, you could tell from the way Wendy walked into it that she really wasn't feeling it. In my humble opinion. To me, it gave, she's really not feeling it. Like, really. Okay? So, let me make sure we ain't miss no gossip before I jump off of here. Hold on. Did we miss anything worth mentioning? The real quicks is we got Lisa Marie Presley writing her memoir saying Michael Jackson was still a virgin at 35. I don't know why we needed to know that. Miss Cissy Houston, age 91, Whitney Houston's mama, Bobby Christina's grandmama, has gone on to glory. So RIP to Sister Cissy Houston. Tracy Lashley said, when you run to the bathroom and say don't follow me, show wants you to follow her for dramatics. Yeah, ain't nobody follow her but her friends though. Sarah said, here's my thing. You walked into my husband Happy Eddie event and didn't speak. She did do that. I would just film enough to make my coin. Maybe that's what she doing, Sabra. You got a point. Yep, cheers to the Grand Dame because she's doing heavy dragging. But yeah, Lisa Marie Presley got a real quick today. Let me see who else gets a real quick. Judge Greg Mathis was seen out with his wife for 39 years while they going through their divorce. It looks like that maybe he said he was gonna try to get his wife back, so maybe she is, maybe he is. I mean, they out there being grandma and pawpaw. So shout out to them. I think that's it for the real quicks. Before we get to what's going on with Hurricane, why I keep messing that name up? Martin, Madagascar. What the thing called? Because I want y'all to hear this. Something's funny going on with these hurricanes, okay? Milton, I think that's his name. Ain't that his name? With these hurricanes, let me tell you what the problem really is. All right. So when you start Milton, thank y'all. Y'all know I will mess the name up. I don't care if you a storm. I will call you something other than your name. Okay, you about to be Middleburg in a minute, Milton. So when you start talking about weather manipulation, unfortunately, it brings out the weirdos. Okay, they start talking about a heart machine that ain't nobody never seen, and it's just something that somebody made up, and it just kind of caught. And I think what's so dangerous about weird made up stories is that the truth can hide behind that. As long as weirdos and wackos are making up stuff, then the real truth gets to hide behind that, and nobody. Andrew Mack is Lisa Marie, not Priscilla, not her mama, Lisa Marie. Anywho, the real truth gets to hide behind. So one of the channels that I love to watch is Redacted. Shout out to Clayton and his wife Natalie over on Redacted. Clayton had an interesting, and I do mean an interesting story that he put out concerning what's going on with the weather right now. I was suspecting something was funny. A lot of us really couldn't really put our fingers on it. But at a certain point, you just got to call a thing a thing. And it looks like that the weather may well be being manipulated. Now, why it's being manipulated is anybody's guess. But it stands to reason that it absolutely is being manipulated. So I want y'all to listen to a couple of items, just a couple of items, and it's just some proof. And the things that you're going to hear, please write notes. Feel free to Google check anything that you hear, because ain't nobody making up nothing. I can promise you that. Anything I'm bringing to you, I've already Google checked it. Okay? But I want y'all to hear some information on why this is a viable thing, why it's possible. Okay? Now, this is somebody that used to work at one of the chemical companies. We always got the whistleblowers, and I love a whistleblower, but I want y'all to hear her. Hold on.
Military veteran, right?
Yes, I was in the U.S. Air Force for 9 years.
Wow. And you came out and blew the whistle on geoengineering, things that you witnessed were going on. Can you give us the real nutshell?
Listen, y'all.
Absolutely. Basically, I had heard of what many people know as the term chemtrails. And I worked in a job called bioenvironmental engineering. And I thought that was insane. And why would we do something like that? Modify the weather by using hazardous materials in our atmosphere? So, and actually the process of trying to debunk it or disprove it, I realized it was actually coming right out of my office, as I was one of the people that was approving the chemicals. And it really shook the core of my oath. And I did a lot of sampling, a lot of investigation, and I blew the whistle and I got out. And I've now used my credentials, my oath, and my powers for good to help people understand it's very real. It's now openly admitted. There are multiple forms of weather modification. I specifically found the one of stratospheric aerosol injection. And collectively around the globe, we have to understand that it is now being admitted because they're saying it's combating climate change. Well, the climate change we need to be worried about is man-made climate engineering, also known as geoengineering.
So that's the thing. All this heart machine stuff that people put on Reddit forums, that's fake. That's bullcrap. You have people now who have been working with the Air Force coming out and telling you what's actually going on. Like at this point, there's no excuse for using made up BS theories that there's no proof of. when we have people who actually work in these areas of government. And no, Leah, it ain't Russia. This is the USA. This is our own government. This us. This is us. This is not them. This is us. Okay? And it's called geoengineering. That's what they're doing. That's what it's called. So now, he has a theory. He's saying that basically he feels like North Carolina got hit because they could sway the presidential election. I believe it. I'm going to just be honest. I believe it. I think it's like, well, we tried everything else. Y'all didn't want to go along with it. We tried, the propaganda. You didn't bite. We tried, a couple other things. Y'all ain't go for it. We were trying to get some illegal people registered. Y'all was blocking it. You didn't want us to do it. And, we even took a couple shots at the orange dude. So now we're going to have to go ahead and tear you up. That's his theory. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. I'm just telling you that's his theory. And I think everybody got a right to a theory. I'm not going to say he crazy or wrong for it, because at this point, I don't trust your government, and they really could do anything. Okay. Now, here's a bit of history. I really did want y'all to hear the whistleblower first. Okay, Mac, going back to work now. Don't get in no trouble. But this is something that I want y'all to hear too about the weather and what's going on with these storms and the historical context of why myself and other people are absolutely suspecting the U.S. government. Why y'all ain't tell me the sun was blinding y'all like that? That's a lot. Okay, so I guess we just gonna have to join them where they are. But listen to the audio, and like I said, feel free to Google check anything you hear.
Big Diddy, I love that name. Search for new resorts on November 13th, 1946.
Write it down. November 13th, 1946. I don't want y'all to miss any of this. November 13th, 1946. Make your notes. Google check everything you hear. Make a habit of that. Don't just take people's words for stuff, okay?
Pilot, really inconvenient. Generational families in those areas now just wiped away oceanfront property for new resorts. On November 13th, 1946, pilot Curtis Talbot, working for the General Electric Research Laboratory.
General Electric Research Laboratory. Be writing this down.
He climbed up to the top of a local peak, 14,000 feet high, near Schenectady. I love that name. Near Schenectady, New York. Talbot, along with another researchers from GE, released just 3 pounds of dry ice into the clouds, high above Schenectady. And suddenly it began to swirl. Suddenly, ice crystals formed.
Just 3 pounds of dry ice. And I want y'all to listen to what this did. This is a historical fact. This is not a theory. This is something that actually took place.
Then it started to snow. Big snow was a result of that. Obviously, this is not footage from 1946, but this is snow. And it was pretty crazy. This was the first time they had created the first man-made snowstorm.
So that was the first man-made snowstorm. So what we're talking about here, that technique is called cloud seeding. And you can write that down too. Okay? Cloud seeding. Now, you know, and I know, we all know, every storm has clouds. I mean, it's kind of, based around that. They're always there. In 1946, if humans, if Americans, if corporations in this country were already playing with cloud seeding and creating snowstorms, I know it was a big thing when I was a little girl. We always heard about cloud seeding. Apparently, they never stopped doing it. They just stopped talking about it. But there's more information. I don't want y'all to miss this. Hold on. This is
which has been recently continued into rain and manipulation of tornadoes and hurricanes, and it came quietly. Then came Project Cirrus, which has been
Project Cirrus. Project Series 6880 unclassified. Google check everything you hear.
Recently declassified, 1947, U.S. experiment along with the United States Navy, the Army, General Electric.
1947.
They attempted to control hurricanes using cloud seeding. It was aimed at reducing the severity of storms. But guess what? It did the exact opposite, and efforts actually redirected a hurricane right towards Georgia. It's pretty remarkable, actually. You can see look at the path of this hurricane. They started seeding the clouds after the hurricane had already gone through the southern tip of Florida, and it was heading out to sea, moving away from Florida. It literally redirected it away from Florida. Then once they started seeding the clouds, look at this. It redirected it back into Georgia, bringing devastation to Georgia.
So this was 1947 with Project Cirrus. Again, these are things you can look up and see on your own. Not feeding you nothing that you got to take my word for. Go research it. If in 1947, I want y'all to really think about this because we're going to go down we're going to go down the yellow brick road together. If in 1947, while they were testing things out, they figured out if they seed the clouds of the freaking hurricane, once it goes back out into the water, that it will make a sharp turn back into land. If they knew this in 1947, might I ask you, what do they know how to do now? They could simply go back to cloud seeding. Do we know they didn't seed those clouds? I'm going to tell you why I don't know that they have. I don't know that they have, because it's clear that they have no interest in helping the people of North Carolina. Let me let you hear from, matter of fact, let me just show you. One of the truck drivers that carries loads and a lot of times gets loads for FEMA had something to say. And I want y'all to hear what this man had to say. I respect truckers. My daddy used to drive trucks at one point. I got cousins that drive trucks. I'm from Florida. I got a lot of people that drive trucks. You know, we believe in that down there. When you can't find no job, go drive an 18-wheeler. So I want y'all to see something. Here he goes. There we go. So here we go. Here we go. Let me share the screen. Make sure you got your sound turned up, y'all.
You deserve to hear this. I'm a truck driver, all right? I have a 53-foot step deck. I've been trucking for about 2.5 years. I have a YouTube channel. You can verify that on Babyline Hotshot. Usually in a disaster situation, it is payday for truckers.
That's true.
We look for that hurricane. We look for that ice storm. There's generators coming to you. There's stuff coming out of military bases. There's excavators, skid steers, bulldozers, tree trimming equipment, pumps, like water pumps to pump water out of places that have been flooded. There's no loads on the load board coming to you within 125 miles of Asheville. It's called Truck Stop. This is where I find all my loads. Chicago, Illinois, up at the top. Within 250 miles of Chicago is where I'm going to pick up. The second is the destination. So it goes origin, destination. Watch. See? Drop-off location. Let's do city. North Carolina. Click it. Boom. All right. These are all $1.40 a mile loads, $1.39. That was posted yesterday. I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing. These are loads that you wouldn't even, nobody's taking them. They're just on the load board. They've been on there since yesterday. You can see, right? Let's type in a different city. That's from Chicago. Maybe Tennessee, maybe Nashville is closer, and they'd send resources from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, bro, how is that relevant?
250 miles of Nashville.
How is that relevant?
To Asheville, North Carolina, within 125 miles. Let's see, that's it. That's all the loads. That's all the loads that are 28,000 pounds in. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I mean, what the hell's going on here? I had brokers call me and tell me, Stu, have you seen any loads going to Asheville or like anywhere around the Carolinas, South Carolina, Georgia? Is there any like FEMA loads? There's none. Zero. He's been a broker for 6 years. And he's talking to other brokers. They're saying the same thing. What's going on, guys?
So
the people in North,
frankly, and I really meant what I asked you, Sabra. How is that relevant to him showing the actual load board and showing us legit that there are no loads going to Asheville? It's not coming by air like that. You're not getting it. There's always items that come by air, but this entire country moves by truck. That's what you're not getting. That's why I'm trying to figure out how that's relevant. That doesn't even make sense. All of us who are adults have seen what happens in the case of a natural disaster. Every one of us have seen those semis lined up along the highway, toting backhoes, generators, all type of stuff going to those natural disasters. What that man said is absolutely the doggone truth. And for the truckers not to be getting loads going to Asheville, there's nothing going to Asheville. They have meager supplies there. And there is footage. I've seen the videos myself. I can put the clips on Patreon or upload them so y'all can see them. There have been phantom helicopters. Nobody knows where they come from. When they set up to try to give out like food and stuff, to just food to the people. All the supplies to like winch water out. None of that has shown up. None of the trucks are getting loads. There are no FEMA loads available at all. So where the money from FEMA? Where's the money from FEMA? And then offering these people $750. Girl, what the hell does that have to do with what I'm talking about? You telling me them people on vacation, what does that have to do with it? They've already found $7 billion in FEMA money. So please make it make sense. And what guy is a Republican? Do you know how many people there are in Congress? Now, I'm not trying to be rough, but we're talking about something serious. If you can't keep up with the conversation, I'm going to ask you to go get a drink. But they're trying to pass out the food supplies, the meager stuff to the people that they have. And there are phantom helicopters coming down doing what they call like an air wash, where they'll get close enough so the propellers will blow the stuff everywhere. People actually got injured with them doing this. They come close enough to blow stuff everywhere and then they leave. Nobody knows where these helicopters are coming from. They're painted black. Like I said, I will get a screenshot and upload it, because you can see it happening. You see the people with their little sad tents with the little food items, paper items, and then you see the helicopters come in, do an air wash, blow stuff everywhere, and then move off. Okay? Okay, so this is why I keep asking you to go get a drink. Because I really don't want to be impolite, but you're not able to keep up, and it's disturbing. I'm telling you what's going on. You're telling me what you heard on CNN. If your brain don't work no better than that, then go get a drink. I'm giving you information from the people that are on the ground, and you telling me what the liars told you on the news. I'm going to sit right here while you tell me why that makes sense. I'm going to wait. We're not even going to do nothing else. We're going to sit here. We're going to all wait for Sabra. Hey, Catherine Bennett. No, it's fine, Aries son. We're going to wait for Sabra because we can't move on with the story because she want to tell us what CNN said. So we're going to all wait for Sabra to tell us what's going on. No. Don't ask me nothing because I'm giving you the information from the people on the ground and you want to tell me what CNN said. So don't ask me. You tell us. You got the whole floor. Matter of fact, let me give you the StreamYard. You want the link? This right here is why I stopped doing the news. There you go. We're going to all wait on Sabra. I miss it too. But that's why we can't do it. That's why we can't do it. Because people would rather believe what's on the news than the people who actually living in the hell. That's what they would rather listen to. So, I mean, I just thought I would give information because I know a lot of us got family in that area and a lot of us have family on the East Coast in Florida. And I thought it would be nice to know what the hell is going on. We're talking about the fact that there are no loads. There's nothing going to help the people. $7 billion have been found that they claim they didn't even have. We got a trucker who's showing you the load board with no loads going there. And we got to stop talking about what's real to talk about what you heard on CNN. Forget the evidence on the load board. Forget the truckers who's telling you they ain't getting the loads. Forget the people that's over there suffering. Forget all the land that's torn up. Forget the fact that ain't nobody winching the water out. Forget the fact that it's evidence that they've been seeding clouds since 1946, making snowstorms, redirecting hurricanes and all. And it's evidence. You can literally go get it. We're going to forget all of that. And we're going to talk about what CNN said. Please let me know. Wait, don't do nothing rude or mean. I'm just saying, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. She ain't got, Leela, don't tell her nothing. Don't tell her nothing. I'm gonna be quiet. Look what she's telling us. Let's just all pay attention to Sabra. Apparently not a Red Cross. Not who the truckers normally get their loads from, but she said the Red Cross. The Red Cross is gonna bring in, those huge loads that you need truckers with flatbeds and step downs to carry. That's what she said. CNN, NBC, MSNBC, or internet platforms where everybody just repeat after each other. Whoever you listening to, we waiting on you. Tell us, give us the story, Sabra. Because I research, but maybe my research is offensive. So just tell us what's going on. We waiting on you. You got it. Here she go. All right, tell us the story.
Wait a minute. I might have to go back and come on because my sound is not working. I'll go back and come on, I promise.
Okay.
I will have to listen to you from the TV. Hold on. I'll go back and come on, I promise. Wait a minute. I'm on. I will have to listen to you from the TV. Hold on. Got it. I'll go back and come on, I promise. Wait a minute. I'm on. I will have to listen to you from the TV. Hold on. Got it. Wait a minute. I'm on. I will have to listen to you from the TV. Hold on. No, this isn't going to work. I'll be back.
Oh, my.
I think my sound is on.
Okay,
it's not cooperating for whatever reason.
Tell us the story.
All I can tell you is
Hello. Catherine say that's the Lord. You want to leave and try to come back again? Because we can't hear you. You want to leave and try to come back again?
Yeah.
Because we can't hear. Catherine, that's the Lord. Okay. No, sometimes you just got to let people get it out. You got to let them go and get it out their system. Walmart and Walgreens, I checked out, was asking for donations for Red Cross. No, ma'am. Yeah, Red Cross ain't going to do nothing but take the money. That's all they're going to do. Tiffany saying, I've been on many channels listening to people complaining about not having basic necessities. Thank you. That's the whole point, Tiffany GT. You know, we have folks like Sabra who going to tell us, forget what the people on the ground saying. What the people on the news, that what they said is what we need to listen to. So we're going to let Sabra tell us what we need to be listening to. What's going on?
Okay. Am I being heard?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, you're saying one thing about seeding of clouds, which I understand and I believe that, but you're also saying that there's certain parts of the United States that have been flooded that don't have access to any critical medical or basic necessities.
That's another thing. I actually didn't say that, but if the shoe fits.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what is it that you're trying to get at, other than the fact that there was a strike and the ports were closed, and then now they're on a hiatus for whatever 90 days before they go back on strike. It's a lot of confusing stuff going on right now.
What's confusing?
Well, in where I'm at in New York, the storm hasn't hit as bad. And I've called my cousin. She's in South Carolina. She's okay.
No. But we talking about what's going on right now, what's relevant to the story that I'm presenting. Because I ain't said nothing about New York, South Carolina. I didn't say anything about medical supplies. I simply presented the information according to the truckers that I've talked to personally, and this gentleman who put it online, that there are no loads taking heavy equipment that is needed because that area is completely decimated. There are no loads going to Asheville, North Carolina. So what do you have that's pertinent to that story?
I have no clue. I don't work for the government. I don't have a G status. I am retired. All I know is that I don't watch CNN. I don't watch MSNBC because I believe they are totally dishonest. What I do know.
My problem is this. You were like really energetic about interrupting my story to give me things that are irrelevant and not attached to my story in the least. So I'm trying to figure out, because you weren't trying to figure out. You didn't ask me a question.
Actually,
you were inserting information that was irrelevant. So I'm asking you how what you were telling me about FEMA funds, after I already told you they found $7 billion after they claimed they didn't have the funds. $7 billion has been found. You want to talk about that, or we still going to talk about somebody rejecting more funding when $7 billion was hidden?
Okay, well, you still have you have North Carolina, you have Florida, you have Texas, and
no, I don't have any of it. We're talking about North Carolina and the affected areas in Georgia, and the fact that there are no loads for truckers to take any heavy equipment or much needed generators and supplies into that area when truckers are usually overloaded, and those loads usually pay big money because it is a necessity and those are emergencies.
And it's unorganized.
This time is very different, and it has nothing to do with organization. The loads are simply not there.
That I don't know. What do you think it is? Because I've never heard of anything like that.
What I think, because I was trying to tell you what I thought, and you wanted us to stop and talk about your topic. So I need you to help me tie your topic to mine.
Oh, I apologize for that. In between listening to your chat, I was getting phone calls. So I thought that I was listening to something about the Presleys, and then you had jumped into the subject about the cloud seeding.
I always do several stories, and I always let you know when we're changing stories.
Okay, well, I definitely missed it, but I would like to know myself. It sounds totally like a disaster. It's like nothing is organized at this point. Whatever money they have allocated, they're not using it in a timely manner. That's the only thing I could think.
Right. That would be the point. So head on back to the chat and just hang out with us. I told you to just grab a drink, you know? All right. Thank you, Sabra. Hey, Ree, what's up, boo?
Girl, I am so happy we're talking about this because the thing is this, right? Me and my niece were talking about this, right? We're talking about cloud seeding because of the fact that her friends were going out to Dubai, and then she was just like, "How is it that there's so much like thunderstorms and blah 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 blah?" And I was like, "This is cloud seeding." And then I have another sister that lives out in Asia, so she was telling me that China was doing this thing with cloud seeding so that they can turn some of their desert area into fertile land. So I'm like, dang. But then I hear about this storm. I'm like, so the US is also doing it. And I'm like, see, if people don't realize how connected everybody in the world is, when one person does something, how it affects everybody in the world. But I also don't think that people was ready because they had allocated all that money to immigration. So now they're broke. And then on top of that, they were trying to pass that bill, and then that bill failed. The irony is you have like Matt Gaetz down in Florida who's just like, oh no, we're not going to do it. And guess what happened? Milton just popped up on their booty. So now.
But hold on. Now, Ree, this is the gag, right? The gag is they said they didn't have funding. There was $7 billion that they were lying about.
No.
So why are you asking for funding if there's $7 billion that could be found? What are you doing?
No, let me tell you something. You haven't seen nothing yet, honey. You have not seen nothing yet. Do you realize that you let me go ahead and let you know some stuff. You've been reading about BRICS, right?
Oh, you know I've done like 7, 8, 9 major stories on the BRICS. So what's up?
No, you know BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China. Like 7, so you know that China's been canceling a whole bunch of contracts with the U.S. Farmers lately, right? Because now,
do realize that the Chinese Communist Party owns over 200,000 acres of fertile farmland here in America. They have every right to cancel contracts with us.
Girl, listen to what I'm saying. I'm getting to the point. So because now that they gave the US, that thumb up their butt, like, hey, we're not messing with you right now. We're gonna go straight to is it Venezuela or Brazil? One of those countries in South America. And they're like, we'll go ahead and buy it in Chinese yuans. And they're like, okay, cool. So they're dealing with them because they don't want to convert the currency to US dollars and do the whole transaction. So now nobody's paying attention to the bond market either. So the Chinese are selling bonds. If you looked at the stock market in August, the stock market wasn't doing really well because the Chinese were either selling bonds or they were letting their bonds mature and they weren't rebuying US Treasury bonds anymore. And so was Japan. But ain't nobody talking about none of these things.
Well, the reason nobody's talking about it, Ree, is because people
Everybody's
like me,
talking about Diddy.
If I talk about it, they mass report my channel and get me shadow banned. So, at the end of the day, y'all can't blame nobody for not talking about it. When we talk, we get people to come in and report our channels. And you cannot expect mainstream media, which is corporate media, to tell you the truth because they're spinning a narrative. They're not going to tell you the truth. But back to this cloud seeding thing, when you look at the path that Milton took, it is very, very obvious that it was manufactured somehow. The way hurricanes normally track, and y'all know, ain't no secret, this is a Florida girl. I've been a Floridian, born and bred. So I know storms. We grew up with storms, okay? We're the people that will put ice in the washing machine and put some beer in there and start barbecuing when a hurricane's coming. We don't care, okay? So I know storms. Those hurricanes normally come over out of the Atlantic and they make a C pattern. Like almost every time. You can set your watch by them usually. They come over, however far they come, they make that C, they go back out into the Atlantic. Every time. If you think I'm joking, go Google and look at the path of different hurricanes that have come through over the decades.
You're not lying.
And you're not lying. They do the California worm. They go back out. Okay.
You're not lying because
hold on. I got a point. When you look at the path Milton took, He started off really normal, right? Then when he gets over into the Gulf, instead of making that C, he made like an arrow, like a V. He goes over and juts back. There was no C. It was a come over, jut back. Real tough, real tight, heading straight for my home state. At this point, they're talking about they don't know if they got to increase create a category 6, something that don't even exist, because that water out there is so hot, and whatever they did in the seeding is causing it to be extremely erratic. The eye of the storm, very small, very tight, which is an indication that the winds are like whipping out of freaking control. And the biggest danger, which I don't know why they're not talking about this. We saw this during Hurricane Harvey in Houston. I left Florida, went to Houston, ended up running into Hurricane Harvey. I'm like, dang, are the storms following me? Okay. But it happened during Harvey. And what happens is, what happened in that situation was that Harvey brought so much water onto the land that he was able to feed himself. The storms are fed on water, on that hot water. That's why normally when they get over land, they start to lose strength, they dissipate, they become tropical storms, depressions, they fizzle out. But if that storm dumps enough water onto the land, it could feed itself and sit on top of the middle of the state and wreak all kind of havoc. So we don't know what's going to happen. But we saw, you mentioned Dubai. If y'all remember they had flooding in Dubai because they see clouds, and they admitted to it. At least they didn't do like the U.S. government and laugh through their teeth. They admitted to cloud seeding, and it got out of control. When you start doing human manipulation to natural systems that God put in place, it's going to be erratic. You're not God, Junior. So stop trying to do it. And when you look at the historical fact, what I played for y'all earlier, we have known about the ability to do so, and it has been done in this country since 1946. I repeat, 1946, with their manufactured snowstorm in Schenectady. So if they could do that in 46, guaranteed they're doing this now. And I got information on machines that they were trying to get patents on, private citizens, on using sound waves in order to direct and control tornadoes. So this is real.
So I just wanted to say one thing. Actually, I had a friend of mine who used to tell me that they figured out like how bad they knew when a hurricane was coming based off of I guess they were on some, I can't remember which West African country's Facebook group, based off of like, what the people were talking about, like the type of weather that they were getting, because they get like a lot of rain, and then the like their weather can predict like with the hurricane is coming to us. So that's what she was telling me, and I'm just like, oh. So when people were talking about it, I went being nosy on there, and then there was a lot of people that was complaining about the weather in this one particular country in West Africa, and then all of a sudden you hear these 2 hurricanes pop up over here, and she was just like, I told you. But that's a whole other stuff.
When you start looking at what just happened in Acapulco is ruined. 127,000 people are without homes. There is something very drastic that happened, and I think that if we have, actually, Sabra, it's not a theory, it is historical fact. You can go look it up. We just covered that. We just covered it. I swear to God. But anyway, what just happened in Acapulco is ridiculous, and I think it's a perfect storm for mess to get even worse. Like, it's a storm for things to get even worse. You got them manipulating these storm systems. That's one. But do you know, since I got you to talk to, I love you, Ree. Do you know the other thing that makes it extremely volatile and the worst time for them to do that? Do you know the other component that's adding to this?
Go ahead, tell me.
How hot the water is.
Oh, because girl,
around when I was still doing FNN updates. Some of y'all were, put a 1 in the chat if you were around when we were still doing FNN updates every day before I had to let that go so they wouldn't just get my channel took down. I reported back then that the water was unreasonably hot. I went through the science and explaining what was keeping it hot. And I think that people really didn't pay attention. They really didn't care. I tried to explain to you all, to everybody who was listening, how dangerous this is. Even without their manipulation, there is danger for these 100-year storms to start popping up because of the heat in the water. So the brief overview is that we've got unseasonably hot weather. We're under heat domes, which is what the scientists are calling them, heat domes. So while under these heat domes, the water's getting extremely hot, and then we've got another thing that's occurring that's causing it to remain that way. Okay. Now, the way the water is supposed to flow, and y'all forgive me for being in my nerd bag. Y'all know I'm a little bit of a blurred, I don't really care. No apologies for being intelligent. I know intelligence is a crime these days. Lock me up. But the way the currents and the way the water is supposed to flow, right? It's supposed to flow to the north, to the poles. It's supposed to cool off, and then it's supposed to flow back south. It's supposed to be like this whole, like almost like a conveyor belt, right? This is what naturally is supposed to happen. And when it works, is great. Hey, Queena, thank you for being 103. When it works, is great. Well, the problem is when you got the ice at the poles that are melting at a rapid pace, that's fresh water. That fresh water disrupts that natural cycle of come to the top, cool off, go back. So when the cycle is disrupted, the water that normally would flow up to the pole, cool off, and come back is not doing that. And then you've got this issue of the salinization, the saltiness of the water. So it's different levels of salt density actually prevents the water at different temperatures from mixing with the other water and cooling itself off, because you got cooler water at the depths, you got hotter water at the top, but instead of mixing, they're literally sitting on top of each other. So the water can't cool off. It's massive hot. And these storms are fed by hot water. The hotter the water, the nastier the storm.
Girl,
so
when you
got that going on, then you got these idiots playing with the weather, trying to play God. That's what makes them so wicked, because they want to be God.
Oh.
So now you're playing with a storm, actually causing it to be more volatile. We just sat here and listened to the history and what happened in Schenectady in 1946, where only 3 pounds of dry ice. Everybody in the chat, put in the chat, only 3 pounds. With only 3 pounds of dry ice, they were able to create a snowstorm, one of the biggest. These people are crazy, and they're going to get us all killed.
Girl,
and
they already
everybody into saying, oh, let's just go along with it because, they had some people twerking.
Yeah, but they were talking about like what you're talking about, the weather manipulation. They were talking about the consequences, but nobody talked about the hurricanes. They were talking about the consequences that with them playing with the weather manipulation, that a lot of diseases that were lying dormant are now resurfacing on Earth again.
Yeah, but right now the diseases are not your direct threat. Your direct threat is these idiots trying to ride hurricanes like Bronco Billy. That's your immediate threat. So we'll get back to the diseases later, because they already done dropped the Black Plague, the monkeypox, the bubonic plague, and your legs falling off disease, whatever the disease du jour. They'll get back to that later. They were getting ready to crank up another virus, and people said, nope, we ain't going inside. They said, oh, y'all not gonna go for it? Okay, we got a couple hurricanes for you. These people are dead serious. They are dead serious. And we had better take this seriously. These people are not playing with us. They're willing to do any and everything. They are reckless. They are evil. This is not a game. They are trafficking children in from that southern border. They are trafficking them. They're sending them to labor camps. They're using them for sexual purposes. These are unaccompanied minors that are not being documented. They are telling INS workers, do not validate anything, only process them. We don't know where these children are going. We know Puffy got something to do with a lot of them, because his friend Fahim Muhammad is right at the border. We got politicians in the bag helping these people do this stuff. That's what the hell Eric Adams got in trouble for, helping the Turkish government hide stuff in buildings and get around inspections. This is way bigger than we think it is. And it's disturbing to me because people who look like me are sitting online talking about freak offs, baby oil, and who's doing the bending. And these people are really, they're cranked up, ready, and they are not afraid to do catastrophic God level damage to you.
And you know, the crazy thing is, I'm going to say this is going to be like off topic. The thing that pisses me off is when I hear Black people talking about how other Black people, we hold Black people, like Black celebrities, what is it, in higher regards. And they always go, well, you guys don't talk about the other races. But have you seen the history of these other people and all the barbaric, demonic stuff that they've done? Why would you, as a Black person, want to be compared to these people that has done so much atrocity historically?
I don't care about none of them people, to be honest.
And I'm just like, it just pisses me off.
I care about the fact that regular, everyday people are getting wiped off the map by the same government that they are voting for, giving their taxes to, and the same government is giving their money to people who are criminals, who break into this country illegally and telling them all we got for you is $750, and don't say nothing if your kids come up missing, because we still haven't found those children from Maui.
Let's not even talk about.
I don't care about your celebrities. The only reason I give a flip about Sean Combs is because he's trafficking children. I could care less about them celebrities. Y'all like them, I don't. I don't care if they cloudy, if they opaque, polka dot, striped, or plaid. I don't care. Regular people who look like us, who work for a living, who pay their taxes, pay their tithes, are being wiped off the planet, and nobody gives a flip. Like, literally, people are dying, and you got people trying to bully people into voting for somebody who's giving the money away to people who don't belong here. These people should be redirected at the border. But no, we got money for hotels that's going to shady families who sell their property to human traffickers because they're collecting their money. But American citizens who pay their taxes are law-abiding for the most part. We got $750 for you. And by the way, no FEMA loads either.
No, but the thing that kills me is that I always say America invests in wars. They don't reinvest in their people. They don't reinvest in building America to advance America. We will give every other country money to fight wars, but we're not funding our schools. We're not
care about you. That's what I'm trying. That right there, what you said is what I'm trying to tell y'all. They do not care about you. Stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I don't care if they told you they wash collard greens in a bathtub. I don't care if they let Megan twerk. I like little Megan. She's cute, but bump all that. These people don't care about you. They're not investing in wars. What they're doing is writing blank checks for their bosses. That would be Vanguard, BlackRock, and Lockheed. That's what they're doing. The military industrial complex is their bosses. That's who they work for. They ask you to vote for them to keep them in power so they can keep giving money to their bosses, so they can keep giving blank checks to their bosses. Because once the Pentagon budget is approved, they can spend it however they choose, and ain't nobody got to vote on nothing. But instead of Black people paying attention to what's going on, we get wrapped up in social media, allow people to get y'all on one trend or the other, instead of paying attention to the fact that they're planning to kill you. You can sit here all day, all night if you want to. And if you think that there were nobody who looked like us sitting in Asheville, North Carolina, in the middle of that mess, then I got some land to sell you in the Glades. Too. These people are to kill us. Y'all had better wise up. This is serious. That's why I took time to bring y'all this information. I only stopped it long enough so Sabra could come and explain to us why I needed to stop giving y'all the truth to talk about what's on TV. Because I don't care what's on TV. I'm interested in the facts and what the people on the ground have to say. These people are killing y'all.
To me, it sounds like they did some stuff, and then the government is not prepared to handle the repercussions.
They're prepared. They don't want to handle it. This is intentional. The fact that these people had food on the ground, you must not have heard me. Helicopters are coming from nowhere, coming close to the ground, doing what they call air washing, letting the propellers kick up the wind to blow the food over, to mess stuff up. People are literally getting injured by flying debris that these helicopters are doing air washes and throwing around. It's not just that they're not prepared or they're not organized. This is intentional.
That's crazy.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I am gonna go ahead and drop off and finish listening to you with everybody else, cause girl, it is a mess.
It is. Y'all better be ready. Make sure you got you a spending night bag packed. Make sure you know, if you hear something funny happening, always keep your car gassed up. Always keep y'all's tires checked. Don't be riding around on Maypops, because if you have to run and you get a flat, you might be in trouble. Make sure y'all have dry goods, lots of rice, flour, cornmeal, bread, stuff like that. Like, try to have you some stuff on hand, because we don't know. We really don't know what coastal state they're gonna target next. That's all I can say. But be on your P's and Q's.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you. Okay.
Ubuki.
Bye.
So anywho, y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. Let me get some of y'all comments. What y'all talking about? Tara Hill say, I live in Detroit. They hire teachers from Canada to work at my kids' school. These teachers across the border work every day, but teachers here can't get a job. I'm telling you, the government that we're supposed to vote for and we pay, they hate us. They literally hate us. Belize and JB say, pay attention to the chemtrails in your neighborhood. Yeah. Pay close attention. Hey, Dana Brown, what's up? Thank you for being 111. Let me make sure I don't miss no comments. I hate to get heavy, but sometimes I have to let y'all know what's really going on, because I don't want them to take your head off and you wasn't told. They didn't. I don't know how they debunked that 750, because that's the same 750 they gave to them people in Maui. They can say it's a lie, but I don't believe it. They did it. They did it. Because they're dirty. Our government is dirty. Our government is corrupt. We cannot trust any of these people. If they're politicians, don't trust them. Don't fall into the trap of the red versus blue, plaid versus stripes, none of that. If they politicians, they lying. Stop believing these people. They are trying to kill us. I'm just saying. Okay? Y'all can take it any way you want to, but I'm saying it. Okay? Now, Queena says, I'm going to have to have to red ball it back. You mean replay it back? Because I know you got here a little late. For real, Tara, like, you can't be, don't be sleeping. Our government really hates us. Yep, it's our own government. Let me tell y'all something. As much as y'all love them celebrities, understand something. Puffy couldn't have did the dirt that he did as long as he did it if it wasn't politicians helping him. Please know that. They helped that man. And I believe they still covering for him. Yes, girl, every Sunday after the show. I was thinking I may not be able to do it this Sunday because I was supposed to go to Florida. However, if things are really, really, really crazy, I may not be able to go to Florida. So we may be covering it this Sunday too, but I will let y'all know ahead of time. Okay. Hey, Sage the World. Thank you for being number 106. What's up? Yeah, like, you just have to have a plan. Like, have a plan to protect your family and to protect yourself, because, my dear, your government hates you. They hate me too. They hate us all. So we have to really cover our own butts, because if we don't cover our own butts, they're going to wipe them right off the planet. Okay? This is not a game. Go look at what happened in Acapulco. Please take a good look at what's going on in Asheville, North Carolina, and parts of Georgia, and what's about to happen, likely, possibly, unless our creator steps in, what's about to happen in the great state of Florida. So that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more gossip here. I don't even see no real quicks, y'all. I'm making sure we ain't missing nothing. Hold on. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, Ain't nothing else. But if the gossip permits, y'all know how it go. I'll be back as the gossip permits. I try to keep it fun, keep it, jokey, but sometimes we got to just tell the truth about what's actually going on here. Okie Girl says all about the one world. You better say it, all about that one world order. They want that one world government at all costs. And the easiest way to do that is to wipe out anybody who wants to be sovereign. Like if you want to have your own country and you don't want to just fall underneath that one world government, they just gonna wipe you off the planet. And that's it. They playing with storms and they're going to do it. Unless we start trying to play with the storms and send them in another direction, they just going to keep sending them at you until you gone. So Diddy helping like he did with the vote or die campaign conveniently around election time. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Hi, Totally Tammy. Welcome. Well, there's a storm out there. Tammy is heading right for the west coast of Florida, around Tampa and St. Pete area, heading right over there. Straight up. So listen, y'all, I loves you. Okay, but we finna get up out of here. I'll be back when the gossip do what it do. Trina says, Seanitra, I don't idolize these people that probably wouldn't spit on me if my eyelid was on fire. And the Diddy thing is the diversion of how it was really happening. Yeah, it's actually funny. Him being in there has nothing to do with freak offs and baby oil. This is very much about human trafficking, election tampering, embezzlement, crypto schemes. Like it's a lot going on. It's a lot of money laundering going on. These people are pure criminals, honey. Pure. But we're going to get up out of here. Bianca is reminding y'all to get my book. Make sure y'all have a copy of my book, Little Girl, Big World. It's a survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. Make sure your girl has a copy. The price is low. If y'all need to get them in bulk because you got girls in a Sunday school class, youth group, whatever, holler at me personally. I will make sure y'all get them at a group rate. I promise you I got your back, but make sure every girl that you know has a copy so they don't fall in the hands of the Drakes and the Diddies of the world. Okay, let's keep our girls safe. So listen, you know what time it is. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you hit your notification bell and click all so you will know every time we go live on this good channel. Make sure that you subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, because we're happy to have you here. Okay, and we keep each other accountable over here. So but please subscribe because we want you here. We want you to come back. Even if we don't agree, still be here, okay? And if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. There's also the link for my book, or you can go to Amazon.com and type in Seanitra. It'll pop right up. And we got our Amazon storefront so we can shop together, and my Amazon wish list in case you want to send me snacks, pens, pads, doodads, whatever support. I appreciate it all. Hey, Renee! She got to get back to work. She was number 77. All right. Bye, sis. So yeah, make sure that y'all do that. And the link for our merchandise store is also in the box. So y'all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. It was good talking to you. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And it really ain't nothing you can do about it. Talk to y'all soon, okay?